Welcome to the second annual 4MAT celebration, and this truly is a celebration of teaching and learning.
In June, district teachers and students gathered at Yonkers Middle High for a 4MAT symposium. 4MAT is a framework designed to help educators organize instruction in a way that addresses the diversity of learners. Implemented in classrooms across the district, from the elementary to the high school level, 4MAT has made a tremendous impact on the success of both educators and students alike.
I think what 4MAT has done for me and why I like it so much is it helps to diversify instruction.
What I liked about it was that I could connect it to the real world. It made it easier to understand.
It provides different methods for students who learn in different ways. So if you don't understand, like by writing essays or just reading certain packets, using projects provides like a visual way to learn.
The thing that I love most about being here is that I believe that kids need to have fun when they learn, and I think that's what's happened here, is that the kids are having fun.
Created by educator Dr. Bernice McCarthy, 4MAT combines the study of the brain with an investigation of different learning styles to create an instructional model that targets the needs of every student. Research has shown that the two halves of the brain, the right and the left, process information differently. A person's brain dominance can be either right mode dominant, or creative, or left mode dominant, logical. The 4MAT model stresses whole brain learning by alternating between right and left brain activities to draw each kind of learner into the lesson.
The way we design our unit already takes into consideration the learning styles that we know kids have, the multiple intelligences in the left and right brain stuff. So when we do that up front, rather than be reactive, we end up creating units that already are acknowledging and honoring the existence of these differences amongst our kids.
Dick Piazza, the 4MAT trainer who has been working with the district's professional development team to instruct district teachers on how to implement 4MAT in their classrooms, said that this way of teaching allows educators to celebrate the diversity of learning styles within their classrooms.
Working with kids who see the world in many different ways, and if the mindset of the teacher is that there is diversity and that's legitimate, then they will be more responsive to teaching methods that allow for that diversity to exist. Then your teaching will be in being a gatherer. You'll throw a net out there like you're catching all kinds of fish and gathering, rather than trying everybody to be the one kind of person.
According to Dr. McCarthy, there are 4 types of learners: imaginative, analytic, common sense, and dynamic. Imaginative learners, or Type 1 learners, learn by feeling their experiences, trusting in their perceptions, and being open to sensory input. They have highly developed imaginations and enjoy listening and sharing ideas. Their favorite question is why. They seek to know the underlying values. Analytic learners, or Type 2 learners, prefer to watch and think through concepts. They're interested in the facts and look for structure. They thrive on stimulating lectures and readings, and their favorite question is what. They seek to know what the experts know. Common sense, or Type 3 learners, learn by thinking through concepts and doing it themselves. They're interested in how things work. They integrate new learning by testing theories, and their favorite question is how. They seek to know the usability of theory. And finally, dynamic, or Type 4 learners, learn by doing it themselves and sensing and feeling. They're interested in self-discovery and tackle problems with their intuition. They're enthusiastic about enriching reality and putting new spins on things. Their favorite question is, what if? They seek to know the possibilities. The 4MAT cycle asks teachers to first engage learners, then inform, then offer a chance to try out new learning, and finally to use it in some creative way.
So this is a way for us to learn how to format, so to speak, our lessons so that kids have more of an attachment to it.
When you see them actively engaged, using critical and creative thinking and higher level thinking skills in the context of what they're learning, you know that you've connected to them.
The 4MAT model is exemplified in this classroom lesson about adaptation. Here, Pearl's Hawthorne teacher Terry Angelilli has divided the study into the 8 pieces of the 4MAT wheel: connect, attend, imagine, inform, practice, extend, refine, and perform. Beginning with the connect, students are instructed to write a paragraph using the hand they don't usually use to write with. This exercise helps the students personally experience the concept of adaptation. During the second piece of the wheel, the attend, students reflect upon their experiences and share their responses.
It wasn't that comfortable. My hand is shaking. When I did it at first, I thought I would be graded and get a bad grade.
During the third phase, students imagine where else they've experienced adaptation.
If you break a leg or something, you have to adapt to crutches. Well, once I sprained my neck, I had to adapt to keeping it straight.
Integrating their reflections with the definition, students further explore adaptation by creating a logo, writing a poem, or drawing a picture that conveys the concept.
I was drawing a walrus and how it adapted to the weather in the Arctic. I drew a leopard seal adapting to the water, and I did in the background the aurora borealis.
The inform and practice pieces of the wheel are attended to at investigation stations. Traveling among the stations, students learn about the animals of the Arctic and experience for themselves how adaptation has helped the animals to survive.
For the investigation station, we would learn about the emperor dad and what he does, and then we would experience it. For example, pretend this is an egg and we're the emperor dad, and we'd have to put it in our legs as a flap, and we have to carry it.
Students are then asked to choose a specific animal for further investigation. After Ms. Angelilli teaches them about important researching guidelines, the students take to the computers and delve into finding more information about their own Arctic animal.
We'd pick an animal that we were most interested in. I like to learn what the animals do, what they eat, and how they adapt to their own climate. Well, after we researched the animals, we wrote a first draft of our paragraphs.
Piece 6 of the wheel, the extend, draws upon the creativity of its participants. Based upon their research, students are asked to create their own creature that could thrive in the Arctic environment.
We're creating the new animal to help to be more powerful and adapt to harsh weathers. I combined a wolf, a snowy owl, and a narwhal.
Approaching the end of the lesson, students must now refine their research projects and turn to the rubric to evaluate their own work.
A rubric is something that helps you evaluate your work. Kids come up to look at the rubric, they read over the rubric, and then they go back to their desk or wherever they're working, and then they evaluate their work.
With projects completed, students are ready to perform their work. The last piece of the wheel is a celebration of instruction, during which the students become the teachers and share what they've learned.
My animal was a narwhal. I learned that it can go up to 1.8 tons, and it can be 27 feet and with the tusk and 18 feet without the tusk.
While all of the students participated in every piece of the wheel, each had their own favorite learning activity. Ellen enjoyed reading about adaptation.
It was just fun to go down and do the research.
Thomas enjoyed creating his own image of it.
Because I'm drawing it and I'm understanding it more.
And Atohin liked experiencing it for herself.
It's fun because the experience helps us learn more and store it in our brain.
The students' individual preferences exemplify how the cyclical instruction targets each style while challenging the students to adapt to other less comfortable but equally valuable modes of learning.
They go back and forth. They learn and they practice. So it's just a very natural way of learning.
4MAT is about learning. It describes a natural cycle, a cycle we go through when we learn. It is a cycle because it begins with us and returns to us.
In a district that celebrates the rich diversity within its community, 4MAT has provided an approach to honor the unique gifts of each of its learners.
4MAT has really helped us a lot because it helps us connect to learning, education.
If you like group work, there you go. If you like just reading books, there you go. If you like to perform, there you go.
So if you learn in a different way, it makes it more exciting and you won't get bored. So like we enjoy learning it in different ways.